Today, I'm going to take a pound of ground beef and make it into a wonderful goulash. So the first thing I did is I browned a pound of ground beef. Say that real fast. And it's ready to go. So what I do is I have this little chopper that I love because I am not a fan of chopping onions. And this is how about a medium size onion. And I like the taste of it. I have to hide it from my husband. Shh, don't tell him. He's not an onion person. So there's big chunks, little chunks, but I'm going to put that in there. And stir that around. I want that to kind of brown up and start to get an opaque color to it. And then I'm going to add a few teaspoons of garlic. I buy this garlic that's already done in the olive oil. I love it because I don't use garlic a whole lot. I use it in my tomato dishes and a few other things. So this works very nicely. And I'm just going to stir this around and cook it for a good second or so just to get it going. As I said, this is really an easy, quick dinner if you're on the move. You have to be somewhere in an hour. Believe me, you can have this cooked up in at least 45, 55 minutes. Now, to this, and this is where you just add everything. It's in cans. You're going to add 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, 1 can of tomato sauce. Then you're going to add 1.5 cups of water, which is usually right to the couple rings right there in the tomato sauce and the the diced tomatoes, and I kind of stir that up and get my cans clean. And to that, you're going to add 1 bay leaf, and these I kind of don't even think about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons, and I'm out, so that will have to go on my grocery list. And that is Italian seasoning. You can get that at any store. And then 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. And what you're going to do is just mix this all together in this pan. Oops, that's why I keep a wet rag around, because I do get sloppy. My husband knows that. So I get kind of really sloppy. And so you just mix that around slowly. And it's going to come onto a boil. And my heat is about medium. And I'm just going to back that up a little bit. Not quite medium low, just in between medium low and medium. And I'm going to put a lid on it. Now I'm going to cook this as soon as it comes to a boil for 20 minutes. And then we'll be back. Okay, as you can see, it's coming to a boil. Everything's starting to get together here. Now, I should have pulled it out when I saw it. Somewhere, the bay leaf needs to come out at this time. You take the bay leaf out. Now, this is a cup, and I use whole wheat elbow macaroni. You can use regular macaroni. You can use your train wheels. You can use whatever your family likes. And I stir that in. And again, we're going to leave that on there and put the lid on there and let that cook for 20 minutes. Echo. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
And I'm going to leave that in there and let this cook. And as you can see, it's a good going boil. And that will cook for 20 minutes. And then we'll be right back. There is one thing I want you to know. As I was cooking this, I did get up a few times and stir it. During the first process and this process of adding the macaroni and cheese. Now, I did not add any salt or pepper. I do it at the end because by the time you add all the salt, we both have, well, I have high blood pressure, so I'm just careful with how I salt and pepper. So you need to do that yourself for your family and how they like their seasonings done. I also then take a couple good handfuls of Parmesan cheese, just the grated kind. That's what I use. I do have recipes where it calls for the shredded, and that's my dog. She smells food, and she likes Mama's cooking. Don't ya? Don't you love Mama's cooking? It's good, huh? And so there it is. A nice pot of goulash. He'll take some of that to work with him. I serve it with salad, garlic bread, even his favorite, green beans.
Not really.
And it's ready to serve. Again, if you have any questions about this process, please look in the link below, and we'll answer any question you have. The recipe will be in there, so you can follow my recipe. I've doctored this to be what him and I like. I want you to do the same. If there's something you want to add in this that's not in there, any kind of spice, you want to spice it up a little bit, a little KI pepper, and or the crushed peppers would be good. Anything like that. You make it the way that you want it and your family is going to eat it. I make it the way that my family likes it and the way that we eat it. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time in Rebecca's Kitchen.